you a little bit of brief history about the event so you understand. Some of you are new, some of you have been year after year, and I truly appreciate all the support. It all started many years ago. I've been with the town for 28 years. When I realized I didn't know a whole lot what was going on with other organizations. And so we had a meeting at the Rec Center. There's about 15 of us, different organizations that showed up, and we just shared information. And that's how it all started, and then it's kind of just grown a little bit bigger. And the whole concept is, rather than working against each other, the point is RecConnect is a Newmarket community relations and collaboration program. And it's basically to share resources, collaborate, make things easier on everyone. And since then, I can't even imagine how many collaborations that have happened because we're thinking that way. And that's what RecConnect is all about. So that is why you're all here tonight. And I really appreciate you showing up. One of the other things about RecConnect is this event. RecConnect is a number of things that can be happening at any given time. The rec department tries to get out information about different organizations, and we are going to be working on that on our website. But this particular event is to recognize the leaders in the Newmarket community. All of you who are invited here this evening, you are being recognized. It's your pat on the back. This is for you and all you do. All of your volunteers or your business owners, and you're just going above and beyond to make the town of Newmarket amazing. And we're going to be talking about highlighting town successes. We're going to have several different town organization leaders talking this evening. We have some nonprofit organizations talking this evening. We have some town department heads talking this evening. And one of the things we end the evening with is we are with the NBA. They will be presenting the Community Leader of the Year Award, the Newmarket Business of the Year Award, and the Newmarket Organization Event or Program of the Year Award. And that will be at the end of the evening. And that is a current list of everybody that has won in the past 10 years is when we started that. If you have ever won, would you mind standing just to be recognized? I know I see you, I know who you are. So without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to introduce my supervisor, the town manager, Steve Foreman.
Thank you. Coincidentally, this is also my 12th year to address the RecConnect, and going into my 13th year as being the town manager of Newmarket. So I can really remember my anniversary. It's fun. I just want to thank everybody on behalf of the town employees for being here and for everything you do all throughout the year. I travel the state a lot to go to association meetings and meeting with other communities, and all I hear about is how great Newmarket is and how much we've changed and how awesome the community is. Even for the 12 years I've been here, the camaraderie, the fellowship, and the community that is built is unbelievable. And just I want to thank everybody in this room for helping us get that message out there. On that note, I'm now going to introduce my boss, one of 7, the chair of the town council, gets out of common.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for letting me chat with you a little bit. I read an article last year by a woman who, when she was confronted with a tremendous need in her community, felt overwhelmed, and she went to her mom, which you should do. Go to your mom, listen to your mom, please. And she asked her mother, what do we do? And her mother responded, we put on our sneakers and we show them. And I don't remember much about the rest of the article, but that line, those instructions, they stayed with me. How do we make a community better? We put on our sneakers and we show up. So when Amy allowed me to chat with you a little bit, I started thinking about, about that idea, and I decided to just list down some folks that I recall kind of showed up for Newmarket, and that made me happy. So I just wanted to share just a couple of those with you now. You know, several groups of Newmarket have contributed to a lot that's going on. You know, one group of people thought the downtown needed more art, and so did another group. And another group thought it needed more flowers. And so collectively, these folks have made our downtown beautiful through mini galleries and gardens and installations and theater spaces and plant sales and a town-defining mural. Those are awesome. You know, several years ago, somebody saw litter on the side of Newmarket roads and just decided to announce and organize a cleanup day. Thank you, Tony. She's been doing it for years now, and every year people put on their sneakers and show up to clean up and make Newmarket better. Along that same vein, somebody else thought that Newmarket cemeteries needed some love, so he just decided to host a cemetery cleanup day. And you know what happened? People literally read about it in the Newmarket Town newsletter and came to help. We have the only cat cafe in the state of New Hampshire, and as I heard last week, the owners helped find forever homes for over 100 cats. Right? Business owners have transformed downtown from refurbishing the mills to adding new businesses downtown to Weaver's Road to a local grocery store. These are places that give Newmarket citizens reasons to live and work and be in this community. And it's fantastic. And somebody at the Newmarket Community Church first thought, we need a way to feed our neighbors. And then years later they thought, we need a bigger and better way to feed our neighbors. And they just did that. Mother Teresa said that I can do things that you cannot, and you can do things that I cannot. Together, we can do great things. And just as importantly, for a Gen Xer like me, Jean-Luc Picard, captain of the starship USS Enterprise, said, make it so, right? So just take a moment, look at the people around you. To your left, look at the people sitting behind you, look at the people next to you. Find somebody that you maybe don't know really, really well, and just give them a smile. And later this evening, when you're when we're doing sort of our connect bit, go up to them, introduce yourself, and thank them for putting on their sneakers. Thank them for showing up for them. And thank all of you for believing that Newmarket can be great, and for all the large and small things you do every day to make it so.
We always have to follow the time. All right, tonight is about numbers and positivity. And the discussion is power of positivity in minutes. Over there says 59, I've clocked it. I'm a little late already, but as long as we just keep things moving, we should be able to get out of here in the presentations, and we will all walk away knowing more information about Newmarket than you've ever had before. And so the discussion that we're going to be going through is welcome and who's who. I'm going to be doing a little talk on that. Then I'll introduce the hosts and the sponsors of the nights, and then we're going to do our first Newmarket by the Numbers trivia. All of you probably have already put your tickets in there. Then we're going to be doing 2-minute positive presentations. There's a total of 12 of them, so we're going to be moving very quickly. Then we have our 30-second elevator positive pitches. I'll explain that in a moment. Then we'll be discussing some win-wins and shout-outs and some collaborations. And then about some community-driven special events that we have going on in the community. And then we'll be recognizing the winners of the Rec Connect Community Leaders of the Year Award. So right now you all must have received a Hello My Name name tag, and I just wanted to make sure you knew afterwards when you're going around and networking, because we have a half an hour afterwards dedicated to networking, is blue represents town council, boards, commissions, committees, and employees. Green represents any of the nonprofit organizations, staff, or board and members of an event committee. Yellow is anybody who's on the NBA that is here tonight. Orange is anyone from the school, SAU 31. And red is just guests and other volunteers and VIPs. We have a number of those here as well this evening. And one thing to note is many of you wear many hats. Some of you could have yellow, green, blue, and orange. And I thank you. There, John Herman, where are you? All right. So we have our first guest on our numbers. And it says, what is the total number of town organizations, town boards, businesses represented here this evening? And Alyssa has the answer. Oh, yes, she's going to. Well, here, I'll actually do the, there it is, right there. It was 50. Who came the closest?
Patty Marston with 56.
Patty Marston with 56. All right, you get a gift card. Alyssa has picked a Good Juju gift card. And I wanted to just speak briefly about our sponsors and our hosts. This evening are the Recreation Department, the Newmarket Business Association, and the Mill Space. So give it up for the Mill Space for allowing us to have this event here. And the Newmarket Business Association partnered with the Rec several years ago, and it's been a great working relationship ever since. So this evening, we talked about a little bit about the who's who's, and I talked about the powerful presentations that we're going to have here, the powerful positive presentations. After we get done with those presentations, there are many organizations here that aren't going to be speaking tonight, but I am going to give you that 30-second elevator positive pitch moment. After we're done, I've listed all the organizations here. As I said, there's 50 different organizations represented here, including the different businesses. That's quite a lot of people here representing a number of organizations in Newmarket. So if you see your organization here, think about what you might want to say in your 30-second pitch. You can say your name. The whole point is for someone to see your face and go, oh, I need to speak to that person. Oh, that's who runs that organization. And then afterwards, when we're doing our networking, you'll know who you need to speak to. You don't have to get up, but you can raise your hand. All right, but we're moving on. And so the first presenter of the evening is the Mill Space. And prior to her, Caitlin coming up, I just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors of this evening. Some of you, they either donated food or they donated gift cards. And that is the Watershed. Where is Josh here by chance? Beautiful company. The bill is there. We have some beautiful sushi trays there. The Riverworks and the Marcy's in here somewhere. Riverworks. We have the chicken tenders back there. Raise your hand, Marcy. Thank you. Panzanella's, is David here, the new owner of Panzanella's?
He sends all his love.
He sends all his love. They donated the wraps over there. And Naughty Good, the new truffle location in the Mill Space. Is she here? There she is, right there. Donated all these truffles on your way out the door. Very good. And of course, Good Juju has already given us a gift card. So, Caitlin, you're up. 2 minutes, 2 slides.
No, you're good.
Hi everyone, I'm Kat G. I'm the co-chair of the Lamprey Arts and Culture Alliance, who oversees the Mill Space. We're a nonprofit civic space, and I was voted into the co-chair position this year alongside my colleague Rich DeVito. We've had some big changes and new members on the board this year, so I'd like to take a moment and update everyone on the current board, along with myself and Rich. We have our vice chair, Tana Connolly, our treasurer, Rich Savoy, and our secretary, John Herman. And we gained 5 new board members: Nicole Jones, Catherine Cusack, Andrew Pieroni, and Anna Crockett-Sears, and Leslie Pasternak. And we're very grateful to have them on board. They've been great so far. Along with the new board members, we officially hired an events coordinator, Athena Snyder, which has moved us from a working board to a governance board, a title we haven't had since the pre-pandemic. I'm extremely grateful to Athena and the work she's done so far. It has helped our operations immensely. If you ever need to inquire about booking the space, Athena is always there to help. We have some physical updates to the space as well. You may have noticed our bar in the new location last year, courtesy of board member and community member Tiara Lee. She finished the project this year during our quiet months of January alongside our board member Rich Savoy, who contracted Kevin Duffy, a local carpenter, to complete the construction. So thank you Tiara, Rich, and Kevin for their hard work. While you're here, make sure to check out our updates to the space and peruse the current gallery on display curated by board member John Herman under the title State of Mind. We have lots of events this upcoming year, including our 3rd annual No Space Main Stage, which we will be producing Arthur Miller's The Crucible, opening on Halloween. I hope you all can come to a show or two and support this community art space. Thank you. Sorry, I'm also introducing Town Planning Department Master Plan Planner Bart McDonough. Yeah.
You don't have to just yet, but you could just be on deck when they're ready to introduce you. And I just want to mention, we do have a bell that will go off and give you a 10-second warning before the 2 minutes.
Greetings, I'm Bart McDonough. I'm the Director of Planning Community Development for the town, and here's my update. We are currently, our planning board and committees and folks here in town are helping update the master plan. The master plan is a 10-year document that helps us understand how we want to evolve as a community. Draft chapters are nearly complete. Board throughout this fall is going to review, summer and fall, going to review the chapters. So I encourage you to stay tuned and watch their either come or watch their meetings and participate. And again, we look to wrap things up this coming winter. And then kind of a few other updates. Right now, Town Council has a proposal that the planning board has been working on for over a year for the village corridor zoning changes. So I encourage you to take a look at that. Essentially what that is going to do is try to mimic what we have in downtown, expand down Exeter Road and North Main Street along the corridor. Kind of replicate that built environment that everyone likes. So that's in front of the town council for their June meetings. So please encourage you to take a look at that. Also, to understand if the zoning is working throughout town, we're doing housing focus groups or focus groups in general to understand if the zoning is working out, if it's not, understand community challenges and why they like their neighborhood and how we can improve upon that. And then also we do a lot of conservation planning, some conservation easements along Falls Road. Also trying to attract more people to our wonderful easements that we have here in town. And then also we recently completed a parking study that will help us understand parking demand. We all know that there's a problem, but we just need some underlying data to help us move forward with the next steps. So if you're interested in any of that, please contact me. And if you want to volunteer or you want to be part of any of these processes, we'll be looking at that. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Mark. I'm pretty sentimental, so I want to say it was a hoot to be here in 2022 and accept the award for the Conservation Connections presentation conference day that the Conservation Commission did in conjunction with the support of the rec department. Since that event, I want to let you know that 2 members who have been involved have left the board. So if you're able, could you please clap for Tom Jones and David Bell, who are active. In this picture, in the very center, you'll see one of our new members. That's Zach Angelini. Zach is flanked by Drew and Dallas, who were part of our recent Turtle Fest date. And it was a highly charged, very informative event. I think Some of you might have been there or heard about it. We already have Turtle Fest 2.0 in the works for next year. Upper left corner there, we see Jess Can. Jess is also a new member along with Zach. So the Conservation Commission is all about the people who can bring different interests and different backgrounds to the event, to the commission, to make events possible, let alone the things that we're mandated to do by the state, such as conservation easement monitoring. The T-shirt, I think, should be a trivia question. Raise your hand if you can guess who the artist was for that T-shirt. And we want to thank John Herman again. Part of the fact that he was the artist that helped us raise so much money selling those T-shirts. We raised, between donations and T-shirt sales, just about $2,000, the bulk of which went to New Hampshire Turtle Rescue out of Nottingham, sorry. And I also wanted to say that during the event, one of the things that I was really happy about, and we probably heard the most about, and not to embarrass Lindsay, but our town engineer gave us a presentation which really fit the motto of think globally, but act locally. And she taught us a lot about the projects on Ash Swamp Road that help mitigate problems for turtle crossing and reptiles in the wildlife corridor. So thank you to everyone, and no bell needed for me. Inviting up the ad hoc riverfront committee, Dale Kite. Oh dear, oh my gosh. Erase the tape, I gotta take 10 seconds. And Todd Allen, you need to hear this because that is Emma Fortin. She's the high school student that's the rep to the to the Conservation Commission. She's agreed to come on again for next year. And I think that the strength between the high school clubs and our Conservation Commission will only get stronger. And there's my little plug for an ELO for some kid that wants to get into wildlife biology or the natural world.
So the Riverfront Committee has been meeting, it seems like, for a long time. Anybody looking around at the riverfront would say, what have we been doing? The fact of the matter, we have been working very hard for quite a while. And if you want to know what we've been working at, there are two important documents to go to the town website and find the documents. A lot of you may have been at the charrette, but Bart put a huge amount of work into making this charrette a real successful event. And it really was, you had experts from all that, wherever came together, and a lot of input from the town. And there were a lot of good suggestions about what could be done in the downtown and throughout the town. And they were really organized in a great way. And I just encourage people to go to the website and see what people from the town and what the experts suggested for doing with our waterfront. And the other thing that happened last fall. There was a lot of prep for the Riverfront Committee leading up to the charrette. And so it really is a tremendous document. But since that time, we've been working on the next document. And that's the draft for the Riverfront chapter in the new master plan. And that is in some ways furthest along of any of the master plan chapters. And it really was, there's it's not a lot of space in our riverfront, downtown riverfront. More than you think, a lot of public lands out there. And, but there were, the people care a lot about the downtown. They care a lot about our riverfront. And so it's always tricky trying to put all of those, people have strong ideas about it, but it's a great plan, and it really puts a lot of ways for the town to move forward. It's not so much things are locked in place, it's that people now have something to look at, to know what was presented, and you can get up to pretty speed pretty quick if you weren't there for those meetings. And the next person up is Arts, Culture, and Tourism Commission, Deborah Smith.
Hello, it's It's exciting to be here. Actually, a year ago, you will all recall, we were unveiling the new mural that is now really a centerpiece of the center of our town in Lily House Central Park. So things do happen. We promise them here, and then we bring them to life. And we have something new that is happening really as a result, as Amy has said, about collaboration. And this is Arts, Culture, and Tourism and the Rec Department coming together to collaborate on an event that is coming up on June 21st. And it is our first ever art studios will be open for you to tour, along with several highlighted gardens that also have art features, along with a long list if you're interested in a garden, a vegetable garden, or a hardscape in particular. But the combination of those two will happen between 10 and 3 on the 21st. And then simultaneously, what's going to be happening right here in downtown is an art walk. So last week, I have been going and meeting with every single business on Main Street, and I kind of said probably an unrealistic goal, but that was to get 100% participation with all of the businesses. And I will tell you at this moment, I haven't gotten a no yet, so I'm really thrilled. And what that means is everyone who attends the garden tour, the art walk, or at the end our garden party will get a sticker. And that sticker, if you have it on that day, you walk into a business, they will reward you saying thanks for supporting the community and giving back, and a 10% discount will be taken off of your bill. So thank you businesses for being great partners. Which way am I going, this way? And then the next thing that I wanted to announce was we're going to have another photo contest. You remember last year we had a photo contest asking you what you loved about Newmarket, and let me tell you, Newmarket came out in aces with nearly 200 pictures that we received, and then we used them to frame the mural in downtown. Well, this year it's raining cats and dogs, and nobody in this town, let me just tell you, we all love our pets. We see that as you're walking about town, so we hope that we're going to get flooded again with great pictures of pets, cats, dogs, birds, ferrets, whatever you have. And we have 3 categories: around town, funny, or huggable and snuggable. So the deadline for you to upload your photographs is July 28th, and then we will be voting just like we did last year for the top ones at the Backyard Bash and at the Ice Cream Social. So those are the things we wanted to tell you were happening, and the last thing was we are doing the raffle tonight for this particular picture. They're over at the table, just $1, and those proceeds benefit arts, culture, and tourism. Thank you.
You gotta introduce me.
Oh, hello, Joe.
Yeah, trivia. Trivia answer.
So we did have one more question number 2, speaking of arts, culture, and tourism, and you can see the mural right there. The question was, how many individual residents submitted photos surround the new downtown mural? And the answer was, and I counted them in the middle of the dark after going to Wingett's, is 113 photos.
The closest person's actually.
Antonuki, she guessed 90. I know there are more photos submitted, but those were the ones chosen from around the mural. And next up is Joe Lamontina, and he's going to be talking about community power.
I'm going to talk about Community Power Coalition of New Hampshire and Newmarket Community Power. There's a lot I could talk about. So the Community Power Coalition of New Hampshire is composed of 68 cities, towns, and several counties. It went live 2 years ago, March 2023. Currently, within the 2 years that it's been live, it is the second largest electricity supplier in New Hampshire. Approximately 1/3 of all the electric residents in the state of New Hampshire. Our goals are fairly simple: deliver low electric rates and save residents money, rate and provide innovative and clean energy choices, and support local economic development of beneficial energy upgrades, programs, and projects. So, about Newmarket Community Power. So Newmarket Community Power went live March 2024, basically a year ago. So here's some statistics as of the first year of operation. There are 5,571 electric meters in Newmarket, 4,058 Newmarket Community Power customers, roughly 72.5% of all electric users in Newmarket Community Power. Customers that we have are 3,699 residential, 44 outdoor lighting. And I was surprised when I first saw this that there's 350 commercial users of this market. I didn't know there was 350 businesses in there. So, to date, after 1 year of operation, we've saved Newmarket residents over $130,000 compared to what they would have had paid under Eversource. In addition to the basic rate of the basic service that we offer, we also offer higher levels of clean energy, 33%, 50%, 100% clean energy choices. Less than 1% of Newmarket customers have opted for that higher level of clean energy. And that less than 1% of people have prevented 14 tons of CO2 from entering the atmosphere. Now, those are the statistics as of the end of 2024. This last slide basically shows these are the range of rates, electric rates, when community power went live. So the beginning part, you see here, range was very high for Eversource and all the others. And the dotted line here is what community power charged. You can see that competition has greatly reduced electric rates in the state of New Hampshire. And that's all the good news. The bad news is that if you recall, last summer it was pretty hot. You know, the past winter it's been pretty cold. Community power actually lost money in 2024. We started 2024 with a very healthy reserve. We dug into that reserve because of the cold weather and stuff. So unfortunately, in March of this year, we had to actually raise rates were 0.5% higher than community power. And, but I'm happy to say that as of April, we're back in black. And that's it.
All right, I'm probably the worst. I talk too much, so I'll go quickly. We have 2 slides, and I'm going to talk about, I'm the recreation director for the town of Newmarket, and I have my wonderful staff here. Raise your hand, wave. I want to make sure I couldn't do anything without them. They are amazing, and I have to give them a huge shout out. They truly hold the whole rec department together and just drag me along. A couple of things that we did, our divots in fiscal 2024-25, we have a new recreation logo. That was a long time in the making, and Alex Edgerly, after she did the mural, we fell in love. Over there on our board over there, we show why we chose those particular graphics. The playground represents our play, the sun, summer camp, the trees, the park, the river, kayaking, passive recreation, and we're here to play. We also introduced a new website, which is amazing because it is now integrated with the new town website, which also happened this past year. New classroom conference table for those organizations who come and use our facility for meetings. We're getting a new conference table. New chess tables downtown. They showed up yesterday. Didn't know it. And you can see them right there. And Alyssa is holding a new little chess container. We're going to have 4 of these, and they are going to be located at Wingett's. And I'm looking for 3 other restaurants where you can check it out if you want to go play chess. It'll have chess pieces, checker pieces, and directions inside. We also last year got 2 new preschool playground pieces. We have a spinner coming and a climber. We're going to be putting a new donation box at the splash pad. It's about time we collect a little money there. And when we have a manager on board, it'll be coming in and coming out. Some of Rec's notable revenue numbers. We gave away 12,000 scholarships, $12,000 in scholarships. Thank you, NCEP, Friends of Newmarket, Oyster River Women Aid, all of you, and Sheedy Company helped send many children to camp. We also had collected $28,000 in sponsorships. Too many businesses to count, but I just wanted to let you know that. And our tagline, support the rec, create community. Any money that we make in our programs, which we had 250 last year that we ran actively, we were able to put $180K into our enterprise fund to do this. What's next on the Rex Horizon master plan process? These are some of the things that we are thinking about based on the results of the master plan. That had a lot of feedback that they were looking for. The outdoor performance venue, also rated highly with the arts and culture and tourism. So that is something we are looking into. We are also thinking about reimagining the sports courts around the rec center. They're a little dated, and we will be doing a feasibility study. That's my plan of attack. Riverfront expansion, possibly, and we really want a kayak launch. We really need one. We're looking at a disc golf course. Talk to Mike Hoffman. He's the one that showed me an area. New residential playground, that's something we're thinking of, and we're always on the search for athletic fields, land to purchase, or we're working with the school. So that's it. If you have any questions on any of those things, none of it's set in stone, but we would love to do it. I'd like to introduce Newmarket Historical Society, and that is John Carmichael. Here he comes. And by the way, the things that we're doing might not be tax base from the Rex, so that's the goal.
That one?
Okay, that.
It's difficult to think that the year may be almost half over at this point. And this is what's left for our season. And we open the June 8th at the museum, and we're specializing in three actually, displays. One, this is the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. We have a lot of memorial for equipment and stories about people. Many of them will be your parents. Unfortunately, I'm at the age now that you'll be your grandparents who were in that war. We also have a lot of new displays from Ron Lemieux, who has now retired and has generously donated his collection, which was known as the Museum West up on the hill. We have stories coming up on lectures on the Newmarket manufacturing, and in August we have 2 for Textile Tuesdays with Kim Alexander. We are then going to do the Elm Street mural by Tam in September. That will be at the town hall, and again the Riverside Reveal, which has been brought back by popular demand for the 3rd year. Next slide.
Yeah.
All right. Many of you have known the top of Zion Hill, and there's the museum looking pristine on the outside. You go inside, and oh my God, where do you look? Where do you look? And that is our problem. We have so much stuff, and we have no place to store it. We are stored in drawers, under petticoats. Old ladies' underdrawers are stuffed and rolled and put in fishermen's boots. Any place there's a space, we find it. It's got to the point now that we are kind of looking elsewhere. We have over 20 boxes of newspapers, town newspapers from the 1930s right up until the 1970s. And we have a high school student right now, Herman. I don't think his arm is twisted too much. He is going through and detailing what we have and exactly what we don't have. What we are looking for is a standstill scanner, so we can scan all these newspapers and put them up online on the website. We have some right now, but we've done all the 60s and they're pending to go up. We need the space, so we're looking for a scanner. Some of our stuff is located elsewhere in the town. If you go to the high school, the school has done a wonderful job taking some of our stuff and putting it up in their displays. Mike Hoffman took our big signs and put them upstairs in the stone church, and he'll take anything. We also have stuff down in Briar Rock, so we've got our stuff all over the town. But I will leave it with a thought. If you have a scanner that you are not using, give us a call. Thank you. And we'll go to the 300 committee.
It's an honor to be here tonight and talk about the 250-300 steering group. And the first picture you see is the group has been meeting about 2 years. And if you're part of that group, a lot of you are here tonight, stand up and please give them a round of applause. And organization to help the town forward. We have our logos. The American 250 is the official United States one for 2026, Declaration of Independence. And Alex Edgerly has designed the 300th anniversary one. We meet every second Wednesday every month at the Sunrise Sunset Center. If your organization isn't there, you maybe should be joining us. We definitely have more room. We have come out with a rack card for this year so that you can see all the events we have going on, because we are talking about how Newmarket was affected by events leading up to the revolution. And they're graciously allowed to be on the table with the Arts, Culture, and Tourism Commission. Thank you, Deb. We also, next slide, have information there on the 300 Club memberships, open to businesses or individuals. $300, you get one of these great pins, only way you get it. You also get a certificate for display, your name listed in the commemorative book, and other perks. And coming up, our first event with the 250th for this year is the 250th anniversary Battle of Bunker Hill, and we will be screening for the first time in years New Hampshire Family 1775, which features the members of the first Newmarket militia back in 1975 on a PBS Channel 11 film. So that's great. And also we got great news today. John Marasco, the Director of Motor Vehicles, has approved Newmarket to have a special license plate for our 300th anniversary that residents will be able to order, and you can display on the front of your registered vehicle from January 1st to December 31st in 2027. And thank you, John Herman, for designing that.
Speaking of history, we have our next Newmarket by the Numbers trivia question. And it was, how many Newmarket War veterans are memorialized on the Downtown Veteran Memorial? I counted. And the answer is, this was, I think, Korea War, the World War I, World War II, any other history? Did I miss a war? Vietnam War as well, I believe. The answer was 117. Alyssa.
Closest guess, Barbara Hall.
With what number?
145.
145. And the what was the Watershed for $50. There you go. All right, now it gives me great pleasure to introduce Kat Rodell, the president of the Newmarket Business Association.
I don't really need a mic, but I get used to them. I am Kat Rodell and I am the president of the Newmarket Business Association. Can I get a quick stand from anybody who is currently a member or has been a member of the NBA? recently rebranded. I probably should change the slide. Sorry. There we go. We recently have been adding more branding to what we do. And we've added a new tagline, where community matters. Because that really is the heart of what we do. We are not a chamber of commerce. We are a local community organization focused on building community and building up the community at the same time. You can't give back if you're not doing well. And if you're a business owner and you need help to do better, when you do better, you pour into the community and the community grows through employment, through donations, through all sorts of sponsorships. Every single person in this room matters to the community, and every single business person, you have a special unction, we'll call it, to get the town growing even more so. So what we see on this beautiful slide is several of the mixers that we've had this year. We've had ribbon cuttings, we've had mixers. We do put press releases out for every single one of those. We do local social media blasts. We put out, we put out notifications. So not everybody's going to see it every time, especially if you're on Facebook or you're getting a newsletter. But we do have them. And you can always come and check on our website or on our Facebook page to see what's coming up. Now, I've also gladly put a flag in here before us because I want to remind us that we're working together. And a flag always signifies somebody working as an organization and community. So where we have been serving Newmarket businesses for over 30 years. Do you know how many chambers have lasted that long? Do you know how many businesses lasted through COVID? We're still here, we're still plugging along, and we're rebuilding and rebranding. So one of the things that we offer value to our business members, networking events, promotional opportunities, supporting and sponsoring the Newmarket Rec Department, and educational programs for business. Join us today. Back table, thank you.
Next up is Todd Allen, Superintendent of our school system.
Thank you.
I didn't know, don't give a mic or don't give a
Thanks for having me. I'm Todd Allen, the superintendent of the school district. One of the things I always like to start with is one of the things that makes the Newmarket School so special is the great community we have. And I know I will miss many of the organizations that have supported various activities in the schools. I just want to say, one of the things that makes our school system so great is the great community we have. Thank you for all of your very community-minded people. Last year, we were being able to top high schools in the state. The 25 rankings haven't come out, but I anticipate we'll be at least as good as we were last year. We were ranked 10th in the state. Very exciting. The lower left-hand corner of this is a picture of an art installation that is at the elementary school. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, I encourage you to do it because it really symbolizes community. We had an artist in residence, Dave Drangadis, came in and worked on the whole month of March with all kids K-5 at our elementary school. Every single child in the school touched some element of that. So if you can imagine 20 years from now, kids coming back to the elementary school, and that's my piece. It really talk about building community. Extending off the theme of community, clearly one of the ways that this community supports us is through supporting our buildings, supporting our budgets and so forth. And so I do want to remind everybody that we have two well-maintained, great school buildings that have space for community events. I'm real proud of some of the things that have happened in our schools. I heard the Turtle Fest being mentioned very recently. That was great, so that's wonderful. We had some of the more unique events we've had. We had the Society for Creative Anachronisms did an event in our school back in November. We've hosted multiple master plan events. Anyway, I just encourage community members, if you have ways that we can benefit from using our space, please reach out and make it happen. I don't want to get called off the stage. One of the things that we benefit from a great deal is, again, the support of the community. Last Friday, and I see Caitlin over there, one of the organizers Thursday, we had 110 of our high school students out in the community doing all kinds of great community service projects. Thank you to all the groups and organizations that welcomed our kids out to do that. You know, on the plus side, it gives our kids a chance to go out and do something, but I also think the connection to the community is really important. Beyond just Newmarket Cares Day, there's lots of things that take place in our schools regarding service. You know, our NHS students have done some great projects. In fact, my new best friend, Deborah Smith, where are you, Deborah? Told me about a great project one of our NHS kids did down in from the Willie House, which is just amazing. So anyway, lots of really, really good stuff. Our SALT kids, that's the Student Athletic Leadership Team, our Student Council. There's lots of areas where our kids get involved, and I encourage you all to reach out to the schools if there's ways kids can get involved. And I just want to close by thanking, we launched this year with an event. Chris and John Carmichael came in and did a talk in September. 2024 was the 100th anniversary of Newmarket High School. Launched the year with a presentation on the history of the Mules mascot. Fascinating. If you get a chance to check out the video, it's amazing. I think it should be made into a movie. So leave it at that, so check it out. But we had multiple events. John mentioned the great exhibit that's still in our high school. I'm going to talk about it. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, it does the history of our schools for over 100 years. Really great thing. Collaboration with the Historical Society and Annette Blake, one of our teachers. And then we culminated the year with a great Gatsby-themed prom, you know, Roaring 20s, fun years. So, you know, anyway, that's wonderful. And actually, going back to my best friend, Deb, we're going to launch next fall. We have Abraham Lincoln coming to speak. She's bringing back someone from the dead. No, I just, anyway, it's a wonderful event. We're starting with our 8th graders. We're hoping to get some community event as well as our elementary schools. Thank you for having me. And again, keep the schools in mind if there's a way we can support any of the great community activities going on. Thank you.
Time's come. 30-second elevator pitch. We were a little behind, so I've just cut it in 20 seconds. So
I'm going to say these different organizations. If you are here and you want to stand up and introduce yourself, let everyone see your face so they can talk to you later when we're networking. This is in no particular order. It was just how I remember them all. Moving Newmarket is Joan still here. Joan, stand up. Would you like to say anything?
Blooming Newmarket is having its annual plant sale on Saturday. Come buy something. Plant all the gardens and two things that we do.
Plant sale this Saturday, starting at 10?
From 8 a.m. to noon at the
Public Library. And a big round of applause for Blooming Newmarket with the scarecrows and everything you do around town. Newmarket Public Library, Heather. I know you're right there. Do you want to say anything? Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Heather. I'm the children's librarian from the Newmarket Public Library. I wanted to, first of all, say thank you to Amy, Alyssa, and Mike for everything that they do, because they keep all of us together and connected and communicating, which is fantastic. I also wanted to say thank you to the children from the Newmarket Junior and Senior High School for coming in and helping us. I had 2 rounds of 20 kids, all of which were extremely diligent and hardworking, caring. Of those children, there are, or I should say young adults, of those young adults, some of them are involved in our advisory board, which meets once a month, every month, and they help us choose what sorts of programming we need to do and also what sorts of books that they would like to have. We do have our Summer Reading 2025 program that we're gearing up for. So I wanted to let you guys know that's from June 23rd to August 9th. Our kickoff is going to have a really cool puppet show with Lindsay's Puppet Pals. Our very end date, we are going to have the seniors come in and play ukulele. We're also going to have a cotton candy machine, so that's fun. And if any of you here work in town, but you don't live in town, I'm inviting you to come to the library and we'll set you up with a library card, whether you live here or not. As long as you work here, you're part of our community, and we want to make sure that you get all the materials you need and all of the services that are available.
Maggie, is she here, Maggie, from the Newmarket Community Garden? She's not here. She did RSVP. What, Joan, get up and talk a little bit about the Newmarket Community Garden.
The Newmarket Community Garden is coming up, this is its 19th year. Next year it'll be 20 years since we first broke ground. There are 37 plots there open to anybody who's from Newmarket. People come and grow vegetables, flowers, whatever they like. And Maggie is a great coordinator. She's got a beekeeper there. We've got fruit trees. We've got, you know, places where you can pick whatever is there.
You've never seen it before. It's a well-oiled machine, Howard. It's really cool. You have a Facebook page, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So check that out on Facebook page, Newmarket Community Garden. Tim, Mercy Church, are you here? I know that someone in his family was sick, and so he may not have been able to attend. Okay. All right. Mercy Church is a great volunteer for our Backyard Bash. I know they meet at the school, correct, Todd? Yes, on Sundays. Newmarket, where are we? I asked that. Sunrise Sunset Center. Bethany, there you are, back there.
Hi, we're Sunrise Sunset Center, and big thanks, like a huge portion of the people here we are connected with. You provide us flowers for the garden, you lead programs for us, you're leading nature walks. It's fabulous, so thank you. If you have a program that you would want to partner with us, we always love those community connections. Next Wednesday morning from 9 to noon, we are hosting our first ever wellness fair, where we're going to have a lot of local health and wellness resources in our building. So stop by to learn more about that, or stop by anytime to see where we're up to. You're all welcome. Thanks.
Thank you, Bethany. Thank you. And so many slides, I made a mistake. That should have said Newmarket Community Church, not the garden. But I know you love gardens, Patty. But Patty, can you say let's talk about Newmarket Community Church?
Hi, my name is Patty Marston, and at Newmarket Community Church, we're all about building community. That is truly what we're about. I look around the room tonight, and I see many of you are involved with us in one way or another. Whether you are attending services, coming to community dinners, volunteering with us in our community garden, our thrift shop, our food pantry, or in any other way, we're all about community. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey of life and faith, you're welcome and affirmed with us at Newmarket Community Church, and I hope to see you. And this Saturday night, we have an amazing community dinner with Steve Acton and the crew. We're having a summer kickoff barbecue, and everyone's invited. It's delicious food. He's been a cook for wrong terminology, for 30 years, and the food is delicious, and we'd love to see you come back. Thank you.
PTA. I know I saw somebody there. Would you like to stand and say a few things? Yes?
Hi, I'm Ellie. I am the co-president of the PTA. Right now we're running our Boosterthon event. Last year we raised over $16,000 for the school, paying for field trips and enrichment and teacher grants and all sorts of things. So that'll be running for like the next week and a half. We can take donations. So if anybody's interested, come and talk to us. We've got great sponsorships from some local businesses for our t-shirts this year. That was a first for us. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much. RSVP, I saw Addie. Addie, would you like to say a few words about RSVP?
Yes, I do have to. So I'm Addie Carvel. I'm the program coordinator for the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program. We are under AmeriCorps Seniors. My job is kind of twofold. First, placing volunteers 55 and plus into volunteer jobs with nonprofits. So if anybody's bored and they want something to do, I'm the person to talk to. The second thing I do is I am the bone builders person, so I do bone builders classes, which are free, osteoporosis prevention classes, strength training and balance. I have one at Sunrise Sunset. I have another Zoom class, and I have 27 classes around Southern New Hampshire, all run by volunteer leaders. I have 110 volunteer leaders that run these, and they're free. See me after.
Alyssa here is going to talk quickly about Arts in the Park.
Yes. Hi, Alyssa. If you don't know me, I'm the assistant rec director at the rec department. I help put on the concert series on Tuesday nights at Shannon Park. Please join me. You know, the concert, the park is a little lonely sometimes. But we have some awesome bands coming up this summer, as well as some amazing sponsors. Lamprey Healthcare, Cheney, Market Dental, they've sponsored year after year after year, as well as Kenny Bun Savings, who has just made sure the concert series goes on every summer. And it's just a wonderful opportunity to come out and enjoy Newmarket and the waterfront. We're gonna hopefully do a concert at the rec center this year, down at the stage. Our hope and dream is to make that space eventually, in years to come, a performance venue. So our hope is to, we've had some feedback from the senior citizens in town too that would like to have an opportunity to have it at the park, and we're hoping a splash pad and concession stand, and it'll be a nice summer. So we'll announce that on social media as well, but we hope to see you and our lovely bands this summer.
We are looking for one more sponsor. And I know that on August 5th, we have Truffle, and that is also National Night Out for the police department. And there's an ice cream social that the Arts, Culture, and Tourism is putting on, correct, Deborah?
Yes.
All right, there we go. Free ice cream, I hear. Yes. Okay, going back quickly. Margaret from Lions Club, are you here?
Yes.
There she is. Margaret, you want to just say a quick couple seconds, introduce who you are and what you do?
We have a chapter of the Lions Club International here in Newmarket. It's called Newmarket Area. It includes Newmarket and Durham. Our big events of the year, we really focus on our Christmas tree sale. We work in collaboration with the community church and use their thrift store site for our Christmas tree sales. So that's one event that we have. But the other things that we're involved with, if you ever know of someone who needs eyeglasses or hearing aids, we have a sight and hearing committee that helps people who need assistance financially pay for hearing exams and eyeglasses. So just contact us at the Newmarket Lions Club. And I think that's all.
Yeah, and the Lions Club meet at the rec department, so if you're ever wondering how to get a hold of them, we can also help you do that. Yeah, thank you very much. And Barbara's here from the Newmarket Housing Authority. Barbara, would you like to stand and say a few 20-second pitch?
Okay, well, I'm Barbara Hall from the Newmarket Housing Authority. Last year we celebrated our 50th anniversary. We provide affordable housing, rental assistance, Newmarket, and other areas.
And that's the name to a face. There you go. And the 60 hours of hunger. Oh, there she is, Carrie. Do you want to say a few things over there?
Back here, I'm Kelly with End 68 Hours of Hunger. So there's 68 hours between the end of school on Friday and the beginning of school on Monday. So for kids who depend particularly on free and reduced school lunch, they may have some food insecurity over the weekend. So we have volunteers who pack bags for kids. Right now we're serving 22 kids between the elementary school and the junior senior high school. And they go home with those bags Thursday afternoon to help fill the gaps until Monday. I will say that we're trying to whittle down our supply right now because we don't run over the summer. So if you would like to donate, I would ask you to hold that thought until August, September when we start to ramp up again, because we will definitely need donations at that point. But we have storage space over at Beach Street at the old senior center. So we try to limit what we keep over the summer, but we would love to have some support in the fall. Thanks.
Hey, sir, Renee, Cheryl, or Heidi.
Okay.
You're representing three
I'm going to
here.
represent three, so you're going to have to listen to me for 60 seconds.
She won one of the first awards because she's amazing.
Oyster River Woman Aid, we serve Durham, Madbury, Lee, and Newmarket. It's basically if somebody's behind on their rent payment or their electricity bills, a validator can call us. They do an application. It's very quick. We do like a couple of day turnaround, and so it's a great way for people who might have gotten themselves in a little trouble financially. We'll help them get back up. Well, we'll help them one time for a year to get back up to feet. So. And I will say we serve more Newmarket residents, probably because of Patty, big validator, than any other organization. But if you know of anybody who's struggling you can be a validator and just go onto our website. Newmarket Community Education Partnership was started like 20-ish years ago by myself and a few other people. We wanted to be able to raise money to then give back to anyone serving youth in Newmarket. So teachers, the rec department, the library can write grants to us and we'll fund various things. We funded
Any camper scholarships.
yeah, and every year we give a fair amount of money to fund camp scholarships. Oyster River Lemonade does that as well. And then Friends in Action is actually in Durham, so it's not really a Newmarket thing, but we serve Newmarket residents. We do social and recreational activities for people with developmental disabilities. And so if you know of anyone who has a developmental disability, we have lots of fun stuff going on. So that's what we do. And all those nonprofits will be on New Hampshire Gives. So if you get on New Hampshire Gives, which is a 24-hour fundraising thing on June 10th, I'm sure a lot of these other nonprofits are going to be on that. Just give us some money.
John Herman, do you have any updates?
My name is John Herman. I'm involved in a lot of arts and civic nonprofits and communities in town. I have an undying passion for an inspiring individual who's 200 years dead, named Wentworth Cheswell. If you haven't heard me speak about him, last week we had a community event where I introduced a sculptor who would do the community monument. We've raised a bunch of money. It's grassroots. I wrote a book last year. You can buy it in craft schools, but if you can get it at the Historical Society, or I can just give you a copy. I'm going to be speaking at Strawberry Bank about Wentworth Cheswell. I'm touring the state with an HBBS in association with Ken Burns' The American Revolution documentary this fall, in which I get to talk about Wentworth Cheswell all over the state. Trying to raise profile. There's not a lot of money in the last year for community public monuments from the federal level. So it's an interesting cause, but I am passionate about it and I can really convince you.
Are you still here?
Yeah, the Main Street Corporation is a 501c3 that has, so our mission is to improve the vitality of the downtown. We installed about 25 historic plaques in downtowns and sculptures. We and we can partner with other entities as well, which we did with the mural and things of that sort. So the idea is just to bring more people downtown. Check out our new website. It's linked on the town's website, but check out Newmarket Main Street Corporation online and see what we can do.
Say a few words.
Thank you. Yes, I'm one of your 4 state representatives because it's New Hampshire. Monday, June 9th, we'll be having a listening session in the spirit of collaboration at Town Hall from 7 to 8:30. Come on down and tell us what's on your mind because we need to hear from you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Newmarket Project, where Karen and, yes, Chris back there.
Yeah, hi. So we've been working for the last, 2 or 3 years almost, interviewing 35 longtime Newmarket residents, getting their stories, and now there are 5 of us in the initial group. We're down to the editing and the proofreading and getting ready to publish. So you'll be seeing a book, I'm not sure when, hopefully within the next few months. And Tim Kremen from the town has been doing videotaping the interviews. And he's going to put together a documentary. So there'll be the book and the documentary. And we need your support. So I hope you're going to buy the book.
What did resonate with me is the Newmarket Business Association little blurb about community. Because one of the questions that we asked just about everybody was, what makes a Newmarket Newmarket? And guess what word came out? Community. And these people ranged from those born, Terry Boisvert, who passed away recently, was born in the 20s. I think some of our younger ones were born in the 50s. So you're getting a picture of Newmarket downtown in the school, what they did for jobs,
if they lived in New Village, what that was like. All of that kind of thing is going to be in this book. And it's really quite a rich portrait.
Excellent, thank you. We saw some videos last year. As I said, we have 50 organizations here, which is amazing. I'm going to move really quickly. We're almost at the, we're on the final lap here. Newmarket community events, engagement, collaborations are always evolving. Don't be left behind. This is an event that started 4 years ago, and it's huge now. Way more than I thought the rec department was taking on, but we have a wonderful planning committee that helps us put it all together. But it is a town event. We are looking for more vendors. That little list of 2024, that's how many people were involved, or organizations, sponsors, vendors, entertainment, that list, and that's one of the trivia questions. The Newmarket by the numbers, and the answer was, because you can't count that fast on that line on the left, is 75. Who was the closest, Alyssa?
Stephanie Patty with 73.
Wow, nice. I believe she was a $50 gift card to the Riverworks. Thank you, Riverworks, for doing that. So yes, we do have some applications over there. Many of the organizations here have already committed, but some of you have not yet, and you did last year, so there's applications there. There's also a QR code, scan it, it's digital, it's online. You can see that little map right there. We have a lot going on. It was really packed, and hopefully we have beautiful weather this year. Yes. Okay, next, really quick, another collaboration. One thing I wanted to mention, RecConnect, and the whole concept RecConnect is developed the Mary Main Street umbrella marketing. It's not a rec thing, it's actually a town thing. And just to give you an idea of in 2023, we listed, and the rec department puts this out, and it's a poster that goes everywhere around town. There was 16 holiday events going on, and in 2024, I had to squeeze in 30. So I don't know if I can fit any more holiday events in the time frame. It used to be just 1 week, now it comprises 3 weeks. So if you have a holiday event, let me know, we'll squeeze it in there. And then we do have our last question, I believe, is how many volunteers does the Newmarket Junior High School provide the rec generally each year to help with the following rec community events? Halloween Hunt, our holiday party, our Easter hunt. Also, we would include in there Day of Caring and some of the volunteers that help at the Sunrise Sunset Center. And the number was, this is generally speaking, 150 volunteers each year. That's amazing from the school. Thank you, Todd and Sylvia. And who came closest?
Does Ironowski? All right.
There she goes. Last Kume, $50. Thank you, Kume. And I just want to say, in 2024, 2025, win-win collaborations and shout-outs. There's too many to say. I have a board back there, and so many of them are with so many different organizations. If you have a shout-out or a collaboration that we don't know about, there's some post-it notes on that back table. Please put it up there so we can include them. We really would like to brag about those types of collaborations, because that's what it's all about. And that's what all the lists that we have there. But yeah, if you have an amazing collaboration, anything, let us know. Let us know. And now it is time. It is time. Drum roll, please. I'm going to bring up the NBA, and we're going to be giving out the RecConnect Recognition Awards, Community NBA Business of the Year, followed by the Newmarket Organization Event Program of the Year, and then the Community Leader of the Year. And I'm telling you, there was a lot of nominations. Thank you all for nominating, but the NBA handles everything. So here we go. I believe we're going to be doing the NBA Business of the Year first.
Well, I had this beautifully scripted nomination that I was just going to read out. But first, what I wanted to say is we had a lot of contenders, and they were all worthy. Cracked Skulls, Watershed, and if Nate Swanson could stand up, please.
Was.
He just left. Oh my goodness.
Someone go get him.
Somebody go get him quick.
He's down for a while.
No, he left.
He's gone.
He had another event.
Well, that blows a surprise.
He was there.
He was there the whole time I saw him. I'm like, really? You want to, we don't tell people when they're about to win something like this because we wanted them to be surprised. But Nate has been involved in our community for years and years and years. He's always helping out. He shows up to board meetings when he can. He shows up to mixers when he can. He sponsors the rec. He is the arts in the park. He's always helping build community. And again, that is exactly what we're working for. So we will give him the plaque and we will take a picture and we will send it out via press release and on Facebook and on all our social media because that man deserves to be rewarded. So when you see him, congratulate him. Shake his hand. Say thank you.
And Melody.
And Melody.
What business? Yeah. Oh, Newmarket Dental.
Okay,
Sorry. So this was another tough one, trying to figure out what was one of the most outstanding groups or events. And after quite a bit of thought and discussion, we came up with another perfectly wonderful community group, and that's the Newmarket Community Church Food Pantry. Background, I went back to 1988 when Reverend David Day got together a couple cans of whatever. And that was kind of the start, but it didn't really turn into anything until Pastor Pat. And I don't know what year that was.
I started in
2014.
but it was bigger.
But then I was looking, and in 2023, you served 100 things a week, 45 volunteers. And now, 250 individuals, 150 families, 50 or more volunteers, and it's growing all the time. So, wonderful organization, congratulations.
I just want to say real quick, I'm the coordinator of the food pantry. There are at least 15 food pantry volunteers in the crowd this evening.
The NBA asked me to give this award, so I feel very honored to be giving the Newmarket Community Leader of the Year award. This person is not a stranger in this community because basically, I'm going to say a few things and you're going to immediately just kind of pick this person out because this person is everywhere. They are volunteering all over the place. You'll see this person at the polls. You'll see this person at the food pantry. You'll see this person at every rec community event. And this person literally texts me months before and says, what do you need? Where do I need to be? And what do you need me to do? And I'm like, no volunteer does that 3 months before the event. What sets this volunteer in Newmarket apart is, well, you're going to figure it out really quickly, is her laugh and her smile. It's contagious. And when we're running events, oh, you're going to choke up. when we're running events, she is the person when the tent is about to fly across the basketball court at the Halloween haunt because of high winds, or the inflatable ghost is going one way, or the popcorn popper's about to break, and she's just laughing. She's just laughing, and she's like, and I just sit there and I'm like, oh my goodness, what's going on? You know, inflatables are flying, and she just makes everyone laugh and calms everyone down. She's the person that can sell, you know, an igloo to an Eskimo. I mean, I always say, I'm going to give you the raffle tickets because you know how to guilt everybody to purchase raffle tickets. She's everywhere, and I wish everyone would give a standing ovation to Antonuki Kano. You can talk to her afterwards. She's amazing, honestly. Look at that smile. And that's how she's everywhere. And how many people have had her volunteer for you? Just raise your hand. It's amazing. That does conclude our evening. There is time to network. There's still food. Is somebody on their way? All right. Is it 7:05 yet? Okay, so we're gonna mingle, and then I'll make a quick announcement. I believe we have our Newmarket Business of the Year coming back. So we'll hail them down. I'll make an announcement. We can all cheer them on. But please, this is the time to network. There's still food. You saw the faces. Thank you all so much for coming. And again, I want to thank the rec staff, amazing people that they are. And we have an intern this summer, lovely wherever you are, taking pictures. And MBA wants to say something.